again, Richard Hamilton gets the start with Chris Whitney. Whitney's playing banged up, 2 bad ankles, and he hurt his neck in the first quarter against Dallas last night, so he is not 100%, but as always, he will go. Mitch Richmond once again gets the start, productive last night. 23 points, 3 steals at Dallas, with Jawan Howard, who led all scorers with 27, and Jahidi White at the center spot with Calvin Booth. Back home, will have surgery Monday in Cleveland to repair an injured elbow. And the head coach is 52-year-old Leonard Hamilton from Gastonia, North Carolina. 10 years at the University of Miami. Now in his first season as head coach of the Wizards. He is assisted by Larry Drew, Johnny Bach, Stan Jones, and the Wizards trainer, Kevin Johnson. The Denver Nuggets are 28-25. They have a record of 21-6 at home, but just 7-19 on the road. They lost at Sacramento Friday, 117-84. They'll start Bashan Leonard and Nick Van Exel in the backcourt. Van Exel at 8.5 assists is 4th in the NBA in that category. And in the front court, it's the All-Star Antonio McDyess, who played in his first All-Star game this past weekend in Washington, with James Posey and Rafe LaFrentz at the center. McDyess with 39 double-doubles this season. And the head coach in his 5th season is Dan Issel, also the president of basketball operations. He also coached the Nuggets back in 1992 for 2 seasons. Came back 3 years ago as vice president and GM after the team won just 11 total games the 97-98 season. All right, let's check the Jim Coleman Montgomery Wall Toyota keys to the game. Phil?
Well, for Washington, you've got to contain McDyess and Van Exel. Back at MCI in February, they combined for 47 points, 20 boards, and 15 assists. They also have to get back on defense. This team scored 24 fast break points in that same game. By the way, last night in Dallas, they had 23 points, fast break points. So for the Nuggets, points in the paint has been important over the last 15 games. Only 31 points a game. I think I already mentioned that they were outscored in that Sacramento game, 54-22 inside. Also, for the Nuggets, they need a third wheel. This team is 16-4 when players other than McDyess or Van Exel score 19 points or better. You know Van Exel and McDyess are going to put up the numbers.
The officials for tonight's game are Scott Wall and Jess Kersey, working the game with Duke Callahan. This is the second and final meeting between the Wizards and the Nuggets. Denver won back on February 3rd at MCI Center, 105-100, rallying from 8 points down to start the 4th quarter. They lead the all-time series 31-23, but the Wizards have won 3 straight here in Denver. Their last loss to the Nuggets here, February 5th, 1997. Washington looking to snap a 6-game losing streak. This is their 4th game on the road. Prior to this road trip, they lost to Orlando and this Denver club. And we are underway. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier on HTS. Glad to have you with us as Washington will return to the MCI Center Tuesday night to face the Vancouver Grizzlies. But a win tonight would be so important, as this team has played hard and played well, but have not been able to come up with a victory. And in their first possession, they turned the ball over. Washington averaging 17 turnovers a game, 28th in the NBA.
Posey is the one that forced that turnover, and he was the player that stands out in my mind, was very active. One of 4 players in that game back at MCI that had a double-double for the Denver Nuggets.
And he had 13 points and 10 rebounds in that game.
That's 6 offensive rebounds. So like I said, he was very active.
So Bashan Leonard, who shoots 38% from long range, has just knocked down his 106th three-pointer of the season in 275 attempts. Richard Hamilton, short jumper's good boy. He had a great game last night.
He really caught on fire in that second half, particularly the end of the 3rd quarter. He had about 4 consecutive jumpers.
Hamilton finishing with 17 points and 5 rebounds last night. And against Denver earlier this year, had 18 points and 7 boards.
Good job by Mitch to box Posey out.
Mitch Richmond. Howard lost the ball, back to Richmond. Wide open for the jumper. Got it. 3-point field goal for Mitch Richmond. His 37th of the season. And Richmond now needs 12 points to pass Tom Chambers and move into the 25th spot in NBA scoring all time. Mitch came into this game now with 20,035 points.
You can see how quickly they push the ball up. And wisely, if you don't have anything, you set up into your offense situation and try and get something there.
Going to Jahidi White, who backs in. Nice power move and slams it down. There was no way that Rafe LaFrentz could stop him.
He bounced off of Jahidi like a rubber ball, and that created the spacing that Jahidi needed to go up strong with the power dunk.
Wizards by 4. They jumped out to a lead last night against Dallas. McDyess pretty near. Antonio McDyess averages 21.5 points a game, 17th in the NBA, and 12.2 rebounds. That's 3rd in the league. Wizards built a 9-point lead against Dallas last night. Couldn't hang on to it. Again, Jahidi in the lane, and before he goes up, a foul is called. It's on McDyess. Wizards with some success early going inside, Phil.
Well, they got the dunk from Jahidi, and the second time they draw the foul on McDyess. This is that last move. Up and under by Antonio McDyess.
Chris Whitney got hit in the neck last night in the first quarter by Michael Finley. Chris is not 100%. Hamilton, top of the key, misses the long jump.
Well, good pass out from the double team. They doubled down on Jahidi. He found the open man. That's going to be some of those transition baskets we talked about. Even though it wasn't actually a fast break, Washington did not do a good job of getting back, picking up quickly, and McDyess had the easy 2.
4-0 run, and the game tied at 7. Now Howard operates one-on-one. Fadeaway on McDyess, pretty play. He could not get it to fall. That was Jawan's shot, and he worked himself free but couldn't knock it down. Great pass, good job by Jahidi. However, LaFrentz gets it back and then is blocked inside and taken away. Great defensive stand by the Wizards. I didn't see who knocked it. I think it was Jahidi trailing the play that disrupted it.
He was running along with LaFrentz.
Richmond, tough fadeaway, no good. Wizards need to be more patient working the ball offensively. They can get open shots against this team. Howard guards McDyess. Double team, looking for a travel, no call. LaFrentz swings it. Underneath, score the goal on the foul.
Well, that opening developed initially by Rip Hamilton doubling back, does a good job doubling back, almost steals the ball, but then no one ever recovered. They tried to rotate, but they were a pass behind the ball. And Posey ends up with the easy 2 underneath.
It's on Juwan Howard, his first personal. And Posey, in his second year from Xavier, goes to the line. A 79% free throw shooter. As the Nuggets have the lead, 9-7 after the Wizards led 7-3. So a 6-0 run for Denver, and they can make it 7-0 right here. Last time these two teams played, back on February 3rd, Van Exel had 10 points of his 23 in the fourth quarter, as this team was down to the Wizards by 8 going into the period. But Washington scored just 14 points in the quarter, as Denver opened up a 10-1 run to erase that 8-point Washington lead. The other night in Sacramento, Denver had just 7 points. Nice pass to White. Score the goal, and he'll go to the line.
Boy, that's a big play, and I tell you why. That time, Hamilton created an open shot for one of his teammates. Get used to handling that ball. He has a scorer's mentality, but you have to learn how to play off that sometimes. Set your teammates up. This time it's Jahidi White with the easy 2.
Jahidi shooting 60% from the free throw line, and nicely done. Makes the 3-point play. And ties the game at 10. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier from Denver. We close out the road trip after Wizards losses in Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas. The French gets underneath and lays it up, but somebody tipped it. Might have been White. He double dribbled, and Callahan caught it. He was getting ready to
almost got away with it.
He almost did. In fact, I think if Chris hadn't looked up to check the official.
You can't look guilty in this game.
So another turnover for Washington, their second.
In fact, you should have turned around and complained at the official. I didn't do that.
Wizards had 17 turnovers last night that led to 22 Dallas points, and that hurt them. Oh, how about that?
Oh, they got away with it, though.
Sure did. Whitney with bad ankles, a bad neck, continues to play. Hamilton for three. That's a 2-point field goal for Richard Hamilton, who averages just over 15 points a game. And the Wizards back up by 2. In and out. Wizards need to take advantage of that. Richmond the other way. Ooh, backcourt violation. Jahidi jumped from the backcourt, caught the ball, and it's where you last touched the floor.
That's true.
Wow, costly turnover for the Wizards.
I didn't see what happened with Mitch, why he turned around to throw the ball to Jahidi.
Posey. McDyess way up high. He's fouled by Richmond. Antonio McDyess, who stands 6'9", but looks and plays a lot taller than that, doesn't he, Phil?
Oh, he certainly does. He has great jumping ability and can really go up, as you saw on that last rebound.
The other night in Sacramento, this team playing the Kings, who were, of course, without Chris Webber, lost by 34 points to the Sacramento Kings, and they're just so perplexed at playing so badly on the road and so good at home. Chris Whitney can't believe they called the foul, but they did.
Well, I think they called the foul because he was reaching in and he just maintained his position. He did a real good job to stay in front of Van Exel, but it's just the reaching. Watch him again. He's going to move his legs, get in front of him, and Van Exel is leaning in, but he's reaching in with that right hand. And I believe that's where he got picked up the foul.
Van Exel hurt his right foot against Dallas January 27th, but he managed to come back and play in those games, averaging almost 18 points a contest. Against the Wizards February 3rd, he had 23 points and 11 assists. In fact, they had 4 or 5 guys with double-doubles in that game.
Yeah, 4. You mentioned the friends, McDyess, Posey, and Van Exel.
Again, they go to Jahidi White, this time with McDyess on him. Now swing it to Hamilton. Rip into the lane, got bumped, and it will not count. And I don't think they're going to give him 2 shots. Richmond misses. Mitch knocked the ball away, out of bounds, given back to Denver. On January 12th, this team dealt former Wizard Tracy Murray, along with Keon Clark and Mamadou Njai, to Toronto for Kevin Willis, Garth Joseph, and Alex Radojevic, and a 2nd-round draft pick. Rashawn Leonard, tough fadeaway jumper, averaging over 13 points a game, had 15 against the Wizards. Howard into the lane, short jump hook, too short, gets his own rebound, score the goal, and Juwan will have a chance for a 3-point play. They called it on Leonard.
Well, I thought it was kind of interesting listening to Juwan talk about last night's game, saying that they had to improve in rebounding. I thought that's where, especially early on in that game, that's where they dominated, was on the boards. Right now, both teams with, looks like 7 rebounds apiece.
Ronald Popeye Jones in the lineup for Leonard Hamilton, replacing Jahidi White. And Howard, who had a great night free throw shooting last night, missed just 1. Misses on that trip to the line. Howard last night, 9 of 10 from the free throw line.
A quick post-up move from Antonio McDyess.
6 points for McDyess to go along with 4 rebounds. And largest lead of the game, 5 points. Howard inside slams it down.
That time defensively, McDyess decided to go for the steal, got himself out of position, and you saw Juwan able to spin right to the basket for the easy dunk.
4 points in the game for Juwan on 2 of 4 shooting, and 3 rebounds. Rafe LaFrentz goes inside, a quick jumper by Posey. Denver is having its way with Washington right now, inside and out. Jawan fadeaway, score it again, and he'll have another chance at a three-point play. First quarter. Van Exel around screens, goes up, lays it off for an easy shot.
Not good rotation that time defensively by Washington. They had a couple of players open, and it ended up with McDyess.
Whitney pulls up and nails a three-point field goal, his first of the game, 76th on the season. Chris had 24 against Denver. Boy, this is Wizards defense just non-existent right now.
Yeah, we've seen 2 or 3 baskets like that, just not getting back.
Mitch Richmond comes back and scores. And with the Whitney three-pointer, the lead is down to 1, 27-26. Van Exel, tough shot. Teams trading baskets now. There's another one. Chris Whitney heats up. He had 3 of them against Denver in the first meeting, and he's got 2 here tonight.
Both teams shooting over 60%. That's pretty much the way the game started last night, too. Both teams with the hot hand.
And both teams wound up shooting well. Wizards shot 50% in that game. This one's tied at 29. Richmond pushes it up, goes all the way. Oh, and a blocking foul is called. Mitch really colliding, but inside that dash circle, and that's why the foul is called.
He fell on the knee of Antonio McDyess, but his back came flat down. And were it not for that knee, he may have really just hit the floor hard.
There it is, and it's good to see Mitch pop up. He appears to be okay. With just 9 more points. LaFrentz backs in on Howard. Nice move and scores.
Jawan failed to seal off that baseline and left room for LaFrentz to get around him.
Howard is fouled by LaFrentz, who reached in, and Jawan Howard appears to be hurt, holding his right leg as he hits the floor. He's not happy.
Well, LaFrentz tried to draw the charge, and the officials definitely weren't going for this. He had no position whatsoever. Jawan's already by him. He flops, but I think his leg tripped over either the head or shoulder of LaFrentz.
Yeah.
Watch one more time. There he goes down.
There's the foul.
Caught his foot, yeah.
Howard landed on his right thigh, but he's up and appears to be okay, and that's really good to see.
2 very scary falls.
Yeah.
The last one with Richmond, and this one here with Jawan.
Howard with 7 points and 3 rebounds in the game. He's 3 of 6 from the floor. From Denver, been a long first quarter.
A lot of points, a lot of offense.
1:15 to go in the period. Here's Kevin Willis, the longtime Atlanta Hawk, as well as Toronto Raptor. From way outside. Nice job by Whitney to save it in to Popeye Jones. Howard down low against Strickland. They clear the side for him. Fadeaway jumper misses. Popeye is there, puts it up, and can't get it to fall.
They did a good job of not only pulling down that offensive rebound, used the left hand to get the shot off.
McLeod, no good. Inside rebound, and taken away by Pop. And then stolen by Van Exel. Willis. And Richmond comes away with a furious rebounding on the board. Wizards will hold for 1 shot with just barely a 1-second discrepancy on the clocks. Cross court, oh, stolen by Leonard with 2 seconds. 1, how do you like that? Wizards with a chance to add to their lead, but they squander the opportunity and give Denver a wide open, easy basket.
Not the pass. The pass was to Popeye Jones out of top, trying to go across. There was too many in the line of that pass. And you see Leonard coming up with the steal for again.
They are second in the league at protecting the basketball, averaging just 13.7 turnovers a game. Tyrone Nesby and Michael Smith start the second quarter for Washington, with Mitch Richmond and Richard Hamilton and Popeye Jones. Boy, Willis missed inside, and Hamilton comes away with it.
Michael Smith got a piece of that from behind. Good job.
Richmond pulls up from 15. Yes, indeed. Mitch Richmond scores, has 8 points in the game, and needs just 7 to surpass Tom Chambers now. Michael Smith the rebound as Washington leads by 1. Steve Buckhands, Phil Chenier on HTS, back with you Tuesday from the MCI Center to play Vancouver. Wizards trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. Nice move by Hamilton, lays it up and in. Beautiful play.
Quick head fake, got back leaning, and he went right around him.
And Dan Issel wants time. Hamilton playing well, as are the Wizards, and they lead by 3 with 10:55 to go first half. 63% free throw shooter, misses them both. Now some pressure by Robert Pack in the game on Richard Hamilton, who handles the ball pretty well. Nesby down low against George McLeod. Fade away from Tyrone, rims the cup, no good. McLeod left it off his foot, and Nesby comes up with a steal. Nice pass to Mitch Richmond, goes all the way. He's tripped from behind. They'll give him 2 shots. Mitch looks like
Another
he's okay.
Ball by Mitch. He's
his left elbow, and he also not with the team.
Well, check out the battle between Willis and Popeye Jones. They were really banging each other.
Offensive foul on Willis. As the 2 veterans establish position, Popeye getting the defensive position. Willis in his 17th year for Michigan State.
Well, a lot happened before this contact right here. Popeye really battling him for position. Now Willis decides to take it strong, and Popeye establishes that position and draws the charge. Good play by Popeye.
First personal on Willis. Again, defensive pressure from Robert Pack. Wizards with their largest lead of 5 points. They had a 9-point lead on Dallas last night. Couldn't hang on to it. Nice move by Nesby. Blocked inside and out of bounds.
Well, he got himself caught underneath the basket, so he had to reach out and really expose the ball. McLeod was able to make the block fairly easily. Got away with a little bit of a forearm there to slow Nesby down.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Hamilton gets the inbound. 5 to shoot
Well,
now.
that's the matchup I like there.
Hamilton fadeaway, followed by Nesby. He got hit on the arm, no call. Posey gets the ball. The Wizards had a chance to build on that 5-point lead. Now Willis against Michael Smith. Fadeaway, rims it, tipped up into the air, taken by Strickland. He had it stripped away underneath, and Posey gets it back with a new 24. Miss again, Michael Smith. Boy, Smith and Jones had the rebound, and they couldn't come up with it, but Richmond steals it. 2 Wizards battling for the loose ball. They lost it.
Playing with a lot of energy.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
That was almost too easy. Popeye had to catch and dribble the ball and couldn't believe he was that wide open.
7-point Wizards lead, and it elicits some boos from this home crowd at the Pepsi Center, which seats 19,099 for hoops. Not that many in here tonight. Pack misses, and a loose ball foul on Michael Smith or Popeye Jones. Let's see what Duke Callahan says. Away, stops, pops, and a little bit short. Jones off his leg. Nice effort by Pop, but out of bounds. They went 7 minutes in Sacramento without scoring a point in that second quarter the other night, Friday night.
Yeah, must have felt like the bottom just fell out from underneath them.
Well, they've gone 4 minutes here without scoring a point. McDyess fade away. That's short. Jones the rebound. Wizards need to take advantage of this shooting slump by San Antonio, or by Denver right now. Richmond, that's short. Nesby follows.
A lot of long rebounds on both sides of the court.
Hamilton fade away, got it. Pretty play on the pass to Hamilton, who has 10 points.
He did a real good job just flashing to that strong side, and Richmond hit him with a nice pass.
And for the second straight night, the Wizards have built a 9-point lead in the first half. Pack all the way, lays it in. Robert Pack in his 10th year from USC. Nesby against Posey. Way off. Tyrone's not afraid to shoot it. Pack follow is no good. McDyess, and he gets it. 10 points for Antonio McDyess, who has 39 double-doubles on the season. And the Wizards will take a time. Pass to Howard. They go to Whitney. He fakes. Now he shoots the short jumper and scores. 8 points in the game for Seawitt. 3 of 3 from the floor, including 2 3-point field goals. And again, the Wizard lead is 7. McDyess scores. 5-point Washington lead. Nice pass to Howard. Blocked, but he got him with the body. And that'll be number 3. Off of Kevin Willis, and Denver turns it over. Their 5th of the game. Dan Issel, one of the most prolific scorers in NBA history, an all-star in both the NBA and the ABA, and inducted into the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame in '93. Hamilton carried the basketball.
Carry violation against Washington.
So that's Washington's first turnover in this quarter. Remember they had 5 in the first quarter, but they've done gone air-free, shall we say, in the second quarter.
Easy pass to the French. He gets hammered by Michael Smith, and will go to the line. 3. Oh, that's nearly a carry. Van Exel to LaFrentz for the open jumper. Nice job by Michael Smith to grab that rebound. Jess Kersey spots a foul. It's on Bashan Leonard, his second personal. Wizards ball on the side.
See, that's where Hamilton is clearly most effective in that transition game, pushing it up, using that speed. And then players can't use their size and their weight to kind of slow it down and move them around the court.
Looking inside for Nesby. Tyrone, strong move, looking for a foul, didn't get it. Just threw a wild one up, and no call. Good defense by Howard. Van Exel lays it up, misses. LaFrentz is there, he misses, follows it in, and the lead is 2.
Talked about Washington defensively being forced into that kind of matchup where they have the guard on the big man, and time Whitney on LaFrentz. Not much he can do underneath the basket.
Hamilton will get Heidi White back in the game. Whitney open for the long jumper, misses a 3-pointer, follows his own rebound, lays it off for Nesby. Now the Wizards will reset. Now Nesby around Posey, goes up strong and lays it in. Pretty play by Tyrone Nesby.
Good decision that time to pass up that 3, but take it strong to the basket, make something happen that way.
And Denver loses the handle and commits their 7th, make it 6th turnover of the night. Mitch Richmond back into the Washington lineup for Tyrone Nesby. So Nesby gives the team 10 minutes. Scores 2 points on that last lay-in. And a rebound. 3:25 to go first half. Washington by 4. They've led by as many as 9 in this period. Howard wide open, will take the short jumper and hit it. Pretty play. He had the decision to make whether to go to the hoop.
Go all the way or not, yeah. He has a smile on his face now. He said, I made the right decision.
6-point Wizards lead. Van Exel guarded by Whitney. Pulls up, in and out. Jahidi has the rebound. 4 rebounds for White in this game. Hamilton, nice play. Open jumper, a little bit short. He was wide open on that one and just pulled the string a little bit. Willis backing in on Howard. Juwan knocked it away, and they'll give it to Denver with 13 to shoot and a timeout on the floor.
Well, that's a tough shot to make, that running finger roll shot, and he's kind of going away from the basket.
2 minutes to go in the half.
Second quarter, 2 minutes.
Quick switch, Howard, nice move. Juwan, double pump, misses. Jahidi can't get the rebound. And another Nugget turnover, their 7th of the game. As I said, they're 2nd in the league in protecting the basketball. All 7 Denver turnovers in this quarter.
Right, they were perfect in the first.
And the Wizards trying to get an alley-oop. Instead, they commit their 7th turnover.
Richmond, Mitch a little upset with himself. That was a nice lead lob from Chris Whitney, but unfortunately, Whitney's going to get credit for the turnover.
Willis underneath, misses badly. The French cleans it up. The lead once again is 2. Washington built a 9-point lead earlier. 1:05 to go in the half. Richmond going into the lane and draws the foul. Van Exel all the way. Wizards want to run. Mitch lays it off for Whitney. Down low, Howard's fadeaway. Pretty play.
Good patience. We talked about having that kind of patience in transition, not forcing things, but pushing the ball up quickly, seeing where the defense was vulnerable and getting the ball to that open man.
I like this Wizards team, Phil, when they run.
Yeah, I mean, they've been getting good shots, and they've been making those good shots. I think early on, one of the complaints we had was they weren't getting enough easy shots. All their shots were so difficult and defended.
And that is the end of the first half. A very productive one for this Washington club. 53 points in the Van Exel again. This one clangs it. Tipped up. Taken by Whitney. Nice play.
Need those guards sometimes to come back and get those long rebounds.
Richmond baseline jumper, good. And with that basket, Mitch Richmond has moved into 25th place on the NBA's all-time scoring list and ahead of Tom Chambers. Mitch Richmond now with 20,050 points for his illustrious 13-year career. The French.
You know he's left-handed. You know that's his strong move. That time Jahidi bit on the fake to the right and opened up a wide open middle lane with LaFrance going to his left.
Washington by 4. Mitch again. Down low to Jahidi with LaFrentz all over him. Jahidi blocked away, no call. Body contact, but he got all ball on the block. And now Van Exel the other way. Foul on Whitney. In Washington this past weekend with all the All-Stars. Mitch Richmond, of course, the 4th most prolific three-point shooter in NBA history. Denver runs the break for French, and he's in.
He said they have some talented big men. Both LaFrentz and McDyess are very capable of getting out on the break and finishing strong. You just saw that left-handed dunk from LaFrentz.
And the 8-point lead is down to 1. Howard against McDyess. 5 to shoot. Takes the jumper and misses.
They got to start getting into their offense a little quicker than that.
Quicker and moving the ball around instead of relying on one guy to take the shot.
Well, that was in the cylinder.
Sure was. They missed it badly. Out of bounds, given to Washington. 5:57 to go in the 3rd quarter and a timeout on the floor. Phil Chenier with 5:50 to go 3rd quarter, and the Wizards lead by
Hamilton
1.
never looked. Fortunately, they saved it,
10 to shoot. Wizards relying on one-on-one basketball now. Hamilton fadeaway, no good. Way too much one-on-one for the Washington club. McDyess ahead of the pass. Saves it to Leonard. He'll take the jumper over Hamilton. First Denver lead since they were up 33-32 at the end of the 1st quarter. So on consecutive nights, the Wizards squander a 8-point lead. Last night, 9 in Dallas. Hamilton wanted a foul, didn't get it. Ties the game at 66. And a turnover. Good defense by Whitney on Van Exel.
Whitney and Jawan, got to give him some credit too.
Richmond scores on the fast break, and the Wizards regain the lead by 2.
Because it's so important on that pick and roll for the big man to step out and show to kind of discourage the timing on that.
Leonard, oh, he traveled and in no call, throws it up, and Richmond is there. Mitch pushes it up the court, goes all the way, draws the foul, scores the goal. What a play by Mitch Richmond. The announcer and the crowd applause you hear is in fact for Mitch Richmond, who acknowledges the crowd with a thank you. Very nice gesture in 2 different cities. San Antonio when he set the 20,000 point mark, and here tonight surpassing Tom Chambers.
Absolutely. Well, they've seen a lot of those Mitch Richmond jumpers out in this Western Conference. Keep in mind.
Playing for Sacramento, and now Popeye Jones fouls Antonio McDyess. McDyess was the 2nd player taken overall by the Clippers in '95, but traded to Denver with Randy Woods for Rodney Rogers and Brent Berry. Played 2 years with the Nuggets, then went to Phoenix for 3 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks, and then Denver re-signed him in January of '99.
They knew the kind of talent that they had, and fortunately they were able to get him back.
I was reading an article on McDyess today, and Dan Issel talked about him, one of these nice young men who would prefer just to go home after a game and watch a movie and have a bite to eat. He does not flashy, has no tattoos, he doesn't believe in any of that stuff. Says his mom raised him to be a young man who just is straight and narrow, and that's how he lives his life. And they appreciate that around here.
Even you have a tattoo.
Not me. Hamilton misses, taken by LaFrentz. And Exel trying to showtime, but can't get it to go. Popeye with a rebound. Richmond again pushes it up. Nice pass to Howard, who can't handle the ball. Nesby to Mitch Richmond. Lost the ball, and now they'll have to reset with 10 seconds on the clock. That's unfortunate. They had a couple of opportunities.
They sure did.
Howard with 5 to shoot. Backs in, fadeaway jumper, got it blocked. Popeye has to throw it up, and does. Tip up, no good by Howard. Tips it again and gets it in.
Oh, great effort, particularly from Popeye Jones. He knew that shot clock was winding down, and he threw an off-balance shot. Not much chance of it going in, but at least it saved the possession.
Persistence pays off. Driving shot to the hoop by Van Exel. This time held on to the ball and scored. Hamilton shoots and rims it. Washington by 3. Another offensive performance by the Wizards, and a good one, shooting almost 48% from the floor. Van Exel springs free. 3 Wizards are there. Nesby has the rebound. 2:37 to go, third quarter. Howard lost the ball, turned it over. 9th turnover for the Wizards in the game. Double team, ball taken away by Richmond. Wizards run 2-on-2. Mitch pulls up and knocks down nothing but net.
He had a lot of confidence on that shot. He pulled up just inside the 3-point lane. And as opposed to waiting for his teammates, zeroed in on it and put it down. Richmond shooting well, 8 for 12.
23 points in the game. Slammed by McDyess. 12 points in the quarter for Mitch Richmond. And a timeout for Leonard Hamilton. 3. Hamilton lays it off for Howard with nowhere to go. 8 seconds to shoot. Now Juwan against Kevin Willis. Short jumper, good. Pretty play by Howard, who has 19 points in the game. And Mitch Richmond has 23 to lead all scorers.
Washington shot right at 50% or better the whole game.
McDyess around Howard, who stripped it. It was off Antonio's leg and goes to the Wizards. Good defense by Howard. That's the 10th turnover of the game for this Nugget team. Hamilton in the lane, had it, his arm hit as he goes up, and will shoot 2. Wizards' largest lead was 9. It's now 7. Weathering all the Denver storms. Strickland bumped, pretty reverse layup. Let him get that baseline.
Yeah, didn't have a lot of room to operate, but he made a lot of that space that he did have.
Hamilton backs in, turns and shoots and misses. Rebound to the Nuggets. And Exel going all the way and lays it off. McLeod. And a blocking foul called on Popeye Jones.
Washington foul.
They'll take the last shot of the third quarter. Hamilton the runner, no good. Tip by Mike Smith, no good. Ball on the floor, and that is the end of the third quarter. So the Wizards led by 5 at the half, and they lead by 4 after 3, trying to snap this 6-game losing streak and put one in the win column before heading home to play Vancouver Tuesday night. The Wizards had an 8-point lead going into the fourth quarter, but scored only 14 points. Nesby gets his own rebound and then gets fouled. Now they go to Kevin Willis for the short jump hook, and it's a pretty good. Willis in his 17th year for Michigan State, averaging 8.5 points and 6 rebounds a game. And the lead is 2. Popeye Jones from way outside, no good. Strickland with a push. Michael Smith saves it. Fans wanted to travel, no call. Fresh 24. All the way baseline for Michael Smith, who lays it in. Pretty finger roll from the animal. First 2 points of the game from Michael Smith, 5 rebounds in the contest. Richmond drives, gets fouled by Smith. Washington lead is 2. Steve Buckhantz with Phil Chenier. Back home Tuesday to play Vancouver, Thursday to play Sacramento at home, and Saturday against Toronto. So some great stars coming to town. Hamilton all the way, that's blocked. Strickland around everybody. Easy basket for Willis, and the game is tied.
That's why you don't want to allow that penetration in the middle. It forces too many adjustments, and eventually you get a player like Kevin Willis wide open. Added by Willis and Mark Strickland.
Whitney goes all the way and lays it in. Wizards back by 2. I mentioned the blocks this team's had, at least 11 in the game. They averaged 6.6, second in the league. And Denver throws it away, a very untimely turnover, their 11th of the night.
Yeah, but what I don't like is more and more we're seeing Van Exel in that middle, and there's too many options that he has. That time, fortunately for Washington, he threw it away, but just some miscommunication between he and the receiver.
Wizards need to capitalize. Howard short, and he trapped. 11 turnovers for the Wizards have led to 14 Denver points. Rafe LaFrentz back in the lineup for Kevin Willis. So the Wizards could not capitalize on the Denver turnover, which could have helped them build a 4-point lead, but Washington steals it as Denver's got 12 TOs on the night.
Van Exel tried to thread the needle. That would have been a very difficult pass to even to handle.
Whitney thought about shooting. Now Richmond backs in the lane, lays it off for Nesby's long jumper, missed it. Howard is right there for the follow.
The ball took such a funny bounce off the glass in the backboard, just a dead bounce right into Juwan's hands.
21 points, 7 rebounds for Howard, and 6 assists in the game. McLeod, Van Exel for 3, that's short. Air ball, out of bounds to the Wizards. Antonio McDyess checking back into the Denver lineup, replacing, not sure who he's coming in for now, looks like Mark Strickland.
30, Mark Strickland.
So the Wizards can build on a 4-point lead. Richmond pulls up. Howard the rebound. Big one for Juwan to Nesby. He thought about it. Now goes back to Howard. Juwan backing in. Off the glass. Little strong. Rebound Bowen. Juwan's more comfortable when he goes to his left to shoot than his right. McDyess against Howard. Turnaround. Short. Michael Smith tipped away by Bowen. How do you like that?
It was just a great hustle effort from Ryan Bowen. Thought he was coming up on one side and continued to float to the other side of the basket.
Whitney, 3-pointer from Chris Whitney, and I'm pretty sure that's his 3rd of the game. It is. Wizards by 5. 6:25 to go in regulation. Boy, wouldn't this be a great victory?
Absolutely.
McDyess on Howard, gets the roll. Howard hits the hardwood. 22 points in the game for Antonio McDyess, who averages 21.5, 17th in the league. Richmond, offensive foul on Mitch Richmond. Timeout on the floor with 5:59 to go in regulation. The lead is now 3, and Denver has the ball when we come back. Wizards lead by 3, trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. Antonio McGeiss with 22 points on the night. Bowen, they weave to Van Exel. Now they switch with Richmond on defense. Nice pass, wide open layup.
Good movement without the ball. Whitney caught in a middle place there. Couldn't go after the ball and left Ryan alone.
Whitney drives, gets pushed, fouled, and it'll be Wizards ball on the side.
Denver foul number 42, Ryan Bowen, personal foul number 1. Team foul number 2.
Second team foul, first on Bowen. Wizards ball with 14 to shoot.
Bowen seems to be kind of providing that kind of energy that we saw from Posey in the first meeting. Going after loose balls, a critical rebound that he secured.
Richmond, tip, turnover Washington. Costly time. McDyess lost it. Foul called on Nesby.
Washington foul number 8, Tyrone Nesby, personal foul number 1.
First on Nesby, and Denver will take it out on the side. Wizards have 13 turnovers in the game. Have led to 16 Denver points. Alley-oop coming. And a foul called.
You're off, I'm off.
Denver has the lead back by 1. Good ball game. Whistle, foul. It's on the Nuggets. It's charged to Rafe LaFrentz. And that's the 3rd team foul. So again, Washington takes it on the side with 14 to shoot. 4th personal on LaFrentz with 4:49 to go in regulation. Richmond, Whitney, Howard, Smith, and Hamilton for the guys in blue. 8 seconds to shoot. Whitney drives, passes to Michael Smith, who scores. Acrobatic shot by the Animal.
Good concentration. He got kind of spun around in the air.
4 points for Michael Smith, 5 rebounds. Again, they look to go to McDyess, who's way outside now. Back to Van Exel. Wide open for the long jumper. In and out. Richmond pulls away the rebound. Tough miss. That was in and out. Wizards by 1.
Keep in mind, we'll keep an eye on Van Exel. He likes to take over in the 4th quarter.
He did so in Washington. Whitney, that's partially blocked and a foul call. Let's see if they give him 3 shots. Issel is livid.
It should be 3 shots. He was behind the 3-point line. It was a late whistle.
It is 3 shots, and Issel is beside himself. So Chris Whitney, who has not shot a free throw tonight, but is 4th in the NBA in free throw shooting, will go to the line for 3. He's hit 86 of 95 on the season. Second year for the Pepsi Center here in Denver. It's a beautiful arena. Richmond has to take the jumper. Big basket from the rock.
He
25.
was a little bit off balance, I think. Van Exel did a good job defensively on him.
McDyess misses, pulls it away from Howard, and it comes out to Denver. The ball tipped into the backcourt with a fresh 24-second clock. Boy, that would have been a big possession for the Wizards. Now Van Exel challenges Whitney, lays it off to George McLeod. Van Exel wide open for the jumper, misses. Howard on the floor, Michael Smith picks it up. The Rock pushes it up court.
Numbers.
Howard and a block. No call, I can't believe it. No call on the block. How do you like that? Howard is mystified. Oh, he stepped right in front of him and caused a collision. It's Richmond, who leads all scorers with 27 points. Washington by 6. Now they switch, leave LaFrentz open. Hamilton picks him up.
Good rotation.
Into McDyess, who slams it in.
took care of all the perimeter, but that left a one-on-one defensively. McDyess took up a lot of space and did not allow anybody to come on and challenge that entry pass.
26 for McDyess. The rock again. Nowhere to go, finds Howard, swings it to Hamilton. The long J, misses short. McDyess the rebound. Give LaFrentz some room. He'll spot up. No good.
Real hesitant with that shot. He was open for a long time. Just didn't feel comfortable.
1:21 to play. Wizards by 4. And timeout by Leonard Hamilton. The 4. This is a huge possession. We don't have to tell you. Nice pass to Howard, lost it, saves it into Hamilton. Rip Hamilton baseline. Michael Smith gets tied up inside. Richmond doesn't get it off.
Well, they tried to initially have Juwan slip that pick. The pass was put out there, it just led him too much, and from that point on, they were trying to play catch-up, and you can see the 14th turnover for Washington tonight.
Will the 4-point cushion be enough with a minute to play? McDyess spins on Howard. Juwan fouls him, knocking the ball away.
Washington foul.
That's number 5 on Howard.
That's personal foul number 5 on Howard. Team foul number 5.
He's doing a good job holding.
Use his right arm to fend off Howard. The great player is 3 with 51 seconds to play in regulation. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, courtside in Denver. Whitney rims it. McLeod the rebound. Van Exel lays it off for McDyess. Whitney barely got it. Boy, Van Exel was all over it. .13 on the shot clock. Now they work a pick. Richmond. Baseline. Mitch, fadeaway jumper. How big was that?
Boy.
Mitch Richmond with a huge fadeaway swish. And Richmond with 29 points, a new season high.
Tied.
Richmond. Van Exel. Working free, fires, misses, rebound, Michael Smith, and the Wizards have shocked the Nuggets in Denver and snapped their 6-game losing streak. Washington wins for the 4th consecutive time in Colorado, here in Denver. And what a victory this was tonight, Phil, to get this team back on a confidence high and go back to Washington feeling good about themselves.
Well, I mean, they took it to them from start to finish. They certainly had their shooting touch game going the whole time, but down the stretch they had to play some good defense in key situations. I thought their front line did an excellent job hustling, battling inside, and doing the job rebound-wise. They ended up just about tied, 41-40 in favor of the Nuggets.
Last time the Wizards lost here in Denver, February 5th, 1997. They've won 4 straight here against the Nuggets, as Mitch Richmond scores 11 of 16 from the floor and 29 points. We'll come back to wrap it up after this.